Hello YouTubers, this is Cessnaace back again with another 10 video ads video. This time I'm adding 10 DVDs to my collection. And I thought I would add as Grizzly bonus a video game that I recently received from Japan for my Japanese Sega Master System. I'm probably going to butcher this, but that's not my intention. The best that I can pronounce this is Hoshai o Sagashai. In any event, if you want to look it up on the internet, it is released G-1354. This game supports the Japanese Master System, the Mark III, the SC3000, and the SG1000. And as I've mentioned in a previous video, where I compared the two different consoles, the Japanese Master System had a number of differences between it and the version we got everywhere else. Built-in rapid fire, built-in 3D hardware, and a second audio chip. The first chip was the one that we got everywhere else, made by Texas Instruments, but the second chip, which was only used in Japan, was manufactured by Yamaha, which they refer to as the FM chip. So this game supports that. Now the seller on eBay that I purchased this from indicated that it was in near brand new condition, and it pretty much is. This is the cartridge. And standard orange manual that they used in Japan. They show you the characters and the controller layout and so forth and so on. Seems to be about the screen saves there, or the screen where you save your progress. So that's what it looks like. I don't read Japanese, so I'm going to have to go by intuition, I guess. Okay, now this first DVD is one that I've wanted ever since it was released. I've been holding off buying it because I figured it would be one that I would get for Christmas, and turned out that I was right on that. This is the final film in the Harry Potter series, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. There was a one-disc version. This is the two-disc version, which includes additional scenes, plus an extended conversation between J.K. Rowling and Daniel Radcliffe, which I found enlightening, as well as a feature called The Goblins of Gringotts, and another one, The Women of Harry Potter. I really like this film. I've already watched it twice. Okay, this is from the Disney Empire Touchstone Home Entertainment. This is the extended unrated director's cut of King Arthur. I don't think the costume she's wearing is accurate for the times, but I may be wrong, but I doubt it. She's also very anorexic looking for that era. THX certified transfer. This has a ton of extras and is the second release from Disney, at least the second that I've purchased, that has both the standard tracks, a running commentary track with the director, and a trivia track. It also includes a lot of other things too, and is in the original aspect ratio as it was shown theatrically, 2.35:1, which is fairly wide. It's a true scope aspect ratio. This is the two-disc release for Kingdom of Heaven. and includes a lot of extras, and it's also in 2.35 to 1. Now, I mentioned Disney earlier. A boutique label, if you will, that Disney owned for a long time was Miramax. However, they have since divested themselves of Miramax, but Miramax was co-founded by Max Weinstein, who now runs the Max Weinstein Company, and I've been trying to get as many of these releases as I can. This is part of the Dragon Dynasty line. Mad Monkey Kung Fu. This is Dragon Dynasty release 49. Now apparently this was made by the same director as the 36th Chamber of Shaolin, which I also have, and it was released the same year. The only thing is, they say that it's in widescreen and it preserves the original theatrical aspect ratio, but they don't say what that is. I don't like it when they don't tell me that, but whatever. This is a Woody Allen movie that I put off buying for quite a long time. I finally decided to fill up the holes within my Woody Allen collection. This features in the cast Will Ferrell, as well as Wallace Shawn, who you'll remember from The Princess Bride. He was hilarious in that film. He was also in Woody Allen's Manhattan. This film is called Melinda and Melinda. And the thing about this film is that it tells the same story twice. First as a comedy, and then as a drama, which I find interesting to see just how good it is. For those of you who might have seen my previous DVD ads video, I believe it was in that video that I showed another Woody Allen film that I picked up called Anything Else. What I found interesting about that film is on the back, 2 thumbs up from Eber and Roper, but given a bomb rating in Leonard Maltin's movie guide, so just go by your own taste, I guess. This is Morons from Outer Space. Check out at Big Lots for $1.88. Now, this was released by MGM Home Entertainment, and MGM has for a few years now, after they restructured, all of their DVD and Blu-ray releases have been distributed by 20th Century Fox. This predates that. It was released in 2001. The film is from 1985. Now, I read an article just the other day in the Wall Street Journal that MGM is restructuring themselves again. They are no longer going to be producing films in the United States by themselves. They will be producing films in conjunction with other studios, but they will not be going it alone any longer as far as domestic motion picture film production is concerned. But they will be doing quite a bit of television. They already own over 10,000 episodes of various television shows. But the one thing they are keeping intact is their arrangement with 20th Century Fox. So 20th Century Fox will continue to distribute their DVDs and Blu-rays. This, at least in the US, I don't know what the deal is overseas. This is Mongol, which I believe is the only film in my collection to have been shot in the Mongol language. And this DVD release is in Mongolian with English and Spanish subtitles as an option. This too says it is in the original theatrical aspect ratio, but it doesn't say what it is. Don't you just take that? Oh, did I show the back? I don't know. Okay. Stay. Okay, this I've seen parts of on TV, but this version has 20 minutes of additional footage. It is the Muppets Wizard of Oz. This includes in the cast Ashanti, Queen Latifah, Jeffrey Tambor, who was also in Muppets from Space. So, be interested to see that. One I couldn't wait to see, and have already opened and watched twice. Tom and Jerry and the Wizard of Oz. Now, this has two different versions of the film on it. It has the film all in color, or you can choose to watch it with the opening and ending Kansas sequences in sepia tone, just as in the original Wizard of Oz. And they include in the film much of the original incidental music that was used in 1939, and they include the song Over the Rainbow, and a version of the song that the Scarecrow and the Tin Man and the Cowardly Lion sing in the original film. This time it's sung by a munchkin mouse who wants to be taller. You don't hear the version sung by the other three characters that I mentioned earlier, but during the closing credits you hear those versions, but not the original versions recorded in 1939, but with new actors singing them. I think the actors who did the voices in the film. But in any event, I kind of liked it. But my wife doesn't like the later Tom and Jerry stuff, so I haven't been able to get her to watch it. And finally, from Big Lots, for the amazing price of $3, Bela Lugosi in The Return of the Vampire. This was originally released by Columbia Pictures in 1943. And for some reason, this says that it is the full screen version modified to fit your screen. I don't think Columbia Pictures, which was a low-end studio at that time, I don't think they were producing anything in widescreen in 1943. Might be wrong, but at any rate, I know that Fox produced the first widescreen film to be produced and released here in the United States, and that was the John Ford directed film starring John Wayne, The Big Trail, which was released in 1929. But I don't think there was much released in widescreen after that, until after the introduction of television in 1945. And I think my voice is starting to go, so I better go. Until next time, stay awesome.